I'm here with
David de Alba. I used to work at a famous nightclub in San Francisco, Finocchio's, and I am known for my impressions of the late Judy Garland. I sing because most impersonators, no matter how wonderful they are, they pantomime to recordings, but I do sing live. I also do a takeoff from Liza Minnelli, and I also have an international act called Boy Chick, in which I sing Spanish. I do songs for Edith Piaf. I do different type of medleys, and anyway, I'm just new in town.
Well, what caused you to want to, do this?
Well,
as far as entertain, I mean.
Entertain. Well, I don't think I would make a very good masculine act on the stage. So rather than look like an effeminate boy trying to look masculine, I may as well play the part that looks real and be what you are. Like somebody told me, you are as transparent as Scotch tape, and I am. But this is not a lifestyle, by the way. I do not walk in drag on the street.
Right.
This is only an actor playing a role, which I'm going to do now for the Dennis Bono Show. I'm going to do a loving tribute to Judy Garland, who I had the pleasure of meeting.
Oh, which is great. Who influenced you most, would you say?
Well, I always say that two ladies who influenced most my career, first was Judy Garland, and a Spanish singer from Cuba by the name of Olga Chorens, which I patterned my Latin act after.
Do you travel any?
Well, I used to travel, but I hate traveling because I got so spoiled at Finocchio's because it was a 6-day job. I used to live in San Francisco and just go to work at night, and it was fun to go to work and go home. So now I get all kinds of offers to go to India and to go to every part of the world. But nowadays, with these awful things at customs, they even take your shoes off and open your mouth. I couldn't go through this if they pay me. So I'd rather stay in town and try to perform some gigs or whatever in Las Vegas.
Now, you really enjoy, maybe I should say, who's your favorite star that you would like more than the other? Or do you have one?
Well, obviously, my main forte, which I love most, Judy was my first one. It doesn't mean that I do appreciate. I have wonderful singers I like Ella Fitzgerald, Petula Clark, and other singers like Peggy Lee and so on. But as far as my idol, and I'm known also for owning one of the best Judy Garland collections in the country. Wow. I own some of the last shoes she wore in her last movie called I Could Go On Singing, some of her musical arrangements. And so I have a living shrine to her. And in fact, today when I went out, it's raining, a rainbow came out in the sky. And I said, Judy, I hope you'll approve. I'm going to do a tribute to you at the Dennis Bono Show. And the rainbow, so I know she was looking at me.
Oh, that's fantastic, I tell you. When you were growing up, had you thought about being an entertainer?
Well, when I was growing, I actually left Cuba as a little boy around 1962, and I was terrified. I didn't know anything about working in drag until I became a teenager. And in Chicago, I was introduced to this type of act, and that's how the whole thing started. But even in those days, most of the impersonators would pantomime, although they were very good at their craft. There were very few that were actually singing live, and I always tried to retain that, to make it look more unusual, that a boy could hit female notes rather than just open the mouth to a recording.
Did you study singing?
I took some singing lessons in San Francisco area, and with a coach, and of course my musical arranger. He did allow the arrangements for me. He would coach me, and took some dancing lessons. So, and mostly just by looking at videos, rehearsing, and looking at like a sponge. I would just grab the material and then rehearse. And my best critics, my parents, and a dear friend of mine who would say, no, do this over, do that over. So, and I thought, well, I tried to do as good as I can with my abilities in order to portray a job of love to a star. And when I do myself, of course, boy chick, I don't have to worry about anybody else except doing my own act.
Did you always do solo, or did you ever do, as far as singing is concerned, did you ever do a duo?
Well, no, I never done duets. I did work in a review before, but I did mostly concert tours alone, working like 1.5 hours of a concert. But I did work at Finocchio's, which was a very well-known review, and I was just one of the main supporting acts. And I would do one night Judy, one night would be Liza, One night would be a Shirley MacLaine tribute,
Wow.
a Gloria Swanson, Norma Desmond takeoff. So I tried to do all kinds of things, so I wouldn't just be called, well, he's just a Judy Garland impersonator, although I love Judy. I just wanted to be versatile.
And how do you like Vegas? Do you like it?
Las Vegas is nice, except a lot, I'm just very warm like Judy, and sometimes some people put a veil in front of their eyes, and it's so hard to penetrate, to say, hi, I just want to say hello. So you know what I do lately? There's a little barn near my house, a pet zoo, and I sing to the chickens, and I sing to the llama, and I sing to the animals, and they respond sometimes better than some people do.
You got a point there.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us here. And
well, thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to enjoying, your performance out here on the Dennis Bono Show here at Sam's Town.
Thank you so much.
And like I said, you've been here before in Las Vegas.
Well, I've been here before as a tourist, but living. It's only 5 months now. I'm now a resident. Now I own my home.
So now you're going to be here.
I'm stuck forever until I die.
Right. Now, are you going to still entertain those?
Oh, I hope so. I hope I can find some good theatrical agent to represent me, because everybody I know in California passed on.
Oh,
I'm just the only one alive left.
Wow.
So I have to start all over from scratch, trying to meet new people. Right. So maybe the cameras there will help.
That makes sense. Well, listen, thanks again. I really appreciate this.
God bless.
Folks, we are at the Dennis Bono Show at the Sam's Town, and we will return after these beautiful messages. So don't go away. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the stage with a tribute to Judy Garland, David Alba, ladies and gentlemen.
Just go along until sundown. Here's the rundown. Every day that comes once in a lifetime. Take each day and gather the rosebuds in it. Feel each minute. Every day that comes once in a lifetime. Think of now. Tomorrow is waiting in the wings. Who knows what it brings? While the future waits, the present swings from day to day. In Brooklyn or join across the bay. Only once comes this particular sky. Only once these precious hours will fly. Only once in a lifetime today comes by, so live, live, live. Come on, I live today.
David Alba.
This is the Brooklyn Troupe. Oh my God.
Wonderful.
From the play Bittersweet. I believe in doing what I can, crying when I must, laughing when I choose. Hi-ho, if love were all, I would be lonely. I believe the more you love a man, the more you put your trust, the more you're bound to lose. Although when shadows fall he wanted to have me near. But I believe that since my life began, the most I had was just a talent to amuse. Hi, ho, if love were
David Alba, ladies and gentlemen. Pinocchio's in San Francisco. Thank you, David. Take a short pause. We'll be right back.
Here's Dennis Bono.
Is it an earthquake? Is it a shock? Isn't it real turtle soup or merely the mob? Is it a cocktail, that feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or Raspberry Park? Is it a fancy not worth dreaming of? Or is it that long last love? Is it an earthquake? Is it a shock? Isn't it real turtle soup or merely the mob? Is it a cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or Raspberry Park? Is it fancy, not worth dreaming of? Or is it at long last love? Is it at long last love? Thank you. Thank you. Somebody asked me about a week ago why I hadn't done this song in such quite a long time. And I really didn't have an answer. It's something I had recorded on 2 different occasions on 2 different CDs.
when I choose? Hi, ho, if love were all, I would be lonely. I believe the more you love a man, the more you put your trust, the more you're bound to lose. Although when shadows fall, I wish it only someone splendid really needed me, someone affectionate and dear. Cares would be ended if I knew that he wanted to have me near. But I believe that since my life began, the most I had was just a talent to amuse. Hi, ho, if love were all
pause. We'll be right back.